Hi guys, welcome back to Tico's Fat Free Journey. All right, if you have not already, join me on this journey as I do an extended fast. Go ahead and jump, hop, skip into that subscribe and get plugged in, all right? Because I am talking about how I am doing a extended fast to jumpstart my weight loss, and how I will be doing intermittent fasting along with a raw diet and some keto. We're gonna just see how this is gonna go. Now, for those that do not know, I am already 3 days into this extended fast, and I have lost weight in the past doing keto and working out. And I recently had a health scare and I packed back on some pounds, so I'm getting better now. So I decided that, hey, I need to do this for my health. I need to get this weight off of me. So that's what I decided to do. Just because I am still even though I'm well, I'm still not 100% well, and my mobility is still a little bit off. So I said that I needed to do a fast to help me on this journey. So I'm going to be talking about day 3. Yes, day 3. Can you believe it? I made it to day 3. Now, most people say day one is hard because you just have to, it's just getting yourself ready to do a fast or whatever. And so if you can get past day 1, then you know that you can move on to more days. Well, that was not the problem for me. I had already knew that I can do day 1 just because I had done fast in the past, and I was already doing intermittent fasting prior to doing this extended fast. So I already knew that I can jump right into this at least one day. I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. So that is what I did. Some people say, if you can get past day 3, then you're in it to win it. So I am at day 3, and I believe that I'm in it to win it. So there you go. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. Hey. Yeah. So I actually have been contemplating, and I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my goodness, what is she talking about? I actually have been contemplating going a little bit further than 7 days. I've been thinking about maybe doing 8 or 9, but then I was like, just make it a round number, 10. And that sounds like, 5 and 5, that sounds like I did 10 days. So I don't know. I'm really thinking about that. I'm just gonna see how my body holds up and where I am mentally. Right now, I am laser beamed focused on my goal and what I'm trying to do within these 7 days. So right now, I'm just trying to make sure that I get to 7 days. All right, so if you have not already seen how I got started and what led up to me getting started and all of that good stuff, go check that out. And while you're checking that out, go ahead and smash that like button. That really helps me out with, people getting to know about my journey and getting other people to join this journey with me. And I do have day 1 and day 2 posted, so you can go back and look at that. So I just plan on jumping right in and letting you guys know how day 3 went, or how some people say how day 3 went. All right, so day 3, I woke up and I woke up with energy. I did not have any sluggish. I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel groggy. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel anything. I had energy. I was ready to go. I was ready to do what I needed to do. I did my morning routine like I usually do, and that was no problem at all, none whatsoever. It was cool, smooth sailing on day 3. Now, I knew with day 3, the body is ready to start going into ketosis, so I needed to figure out, like, I didn't want to exalt myself and overdo any kind of activity or anything like that, just because I knew I was getting ready to go into ketosis, and sometimes going into ketosis actually makes you feel sick, or it takes up a lot of energy for some people, and usually that happens around day 3, day 4. So I was very conscious of this, and I decided, hey, just take it easy a little bit today, don't do too much. And that's pretty much what I did, and I was surprised that I had so much energy on day 3. I was very, very surprised about that. So day 3 was going well. All was well, everything was fine. I wasn't really hungry. Matter of fact, I take that back. I do take that back. I did get hungry, but again, I got hungry around the time that I usually end my fast, within that window of 2 and 7. So around about 6 o'clock, I was like, I don't think I was necessarily hungry. I think I was just trying to I think my body is so used to eating somewhere around that time that it was like, okay, are you gonna feed me? Are you gonna feed me? Are you gonna feed me? Because I really wasn't getting that feeling that I was hungry. It was just like, oh, okay, this is the time that I usually eat. Now, that's the time that I usually eat when I was on intermittent fasting. This sun is like really, really killing me right now. Like, really killing me. But anywho, I'm gonna try to get this video to you guys on this day. So that is what happened around that time, where I was like, food or whatnot. But again, I wasn't really hungry. I just kind of like continued to do my fast and got through that point. So day 3 was like cool for me, guys. Like, I think, and it was, not only was it well for me physically, it was also well for me mentally. And what I mean by that is, it was like my mind was, even though I had been telling you guys that I am focused, day 3 brought a different type of focus for me. Day 3 really, really just opened up the way for me to be able to continue this fast and continue to do what I needed to do. So day 3 was like, yeah, you got this, girl. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You got it, you got it, you got it. Make sure you do this, make sure you do this, make sure you got that in. Are you making sure you got it? Was like, and not only that, I can think better. I was able to, the fogginess in the brain just was gone. I was able to think clearly. I knew decisively of what I wanted to do next, and day 3, as far as mental, was perfect for me. So only thing that I can really say that with day 3 is that round about, because earlier I was discussing with you guys about how I was not able to sleep, and I did not know how long me not being able to sleep was going to last, and I didn't know if it was because I was in ketosis, or my body was just going through something, or what it was. I'm usually, when I'm getting ready to lay down and go to bed, even if I watch TV before, when I turn off the lights and say, hey, I'm finna go to bed, it's usually I'm going to bed, but that wasn't happening for me on day 1 and day 2. But last night, on day 3, I was able to sleep very well. Like, and to the point where I was up and about and said I was gonna do some things before I went to bed, and I was trying to do those things before I went to bed. And while I was doing those things, I was getting sleepy. I was like, okay, all those late nights, I'm finally caught up with me. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, help me to the bed. And I went to the bed, and I went to bed early, and I was ready to go to sleep, and I was falling asleep, and I was almost into a deep sleep when my phone rung. Oh my goodness, don't you hate when that happened? It was a family emergency, so it wasn't like I can answer it and go back to sleep. It was a family emergency, so I had to deal with that situation. You know, all is well, no problems, you know, everything is cool, so don't be alarmed. I was just a little bit worried for about an hour until I heard the final verdict of it. So during that time, it kind of got me up. So once that happened, unfortunately, I could not go back to sleep. It took me a long while to go back to sleep. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the one night that I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed early. I'm not staying up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. I got this. I'm gonna get some good rest. Now, don't get me wrong, even though I was going to sleep at that time, I did not wake up like I was tired. Like, I woke up with full energy, but it was still the fact that I was like, okay, I'm actually feeling sleepy, and I'm actually finna go to sleep. And then that happens. But I would take that phone call any day. I would take that crisis any day when it has to do with family, to be there to support them. And I love them. So even though I'm talking about it like this, don't get me wrong, you know, I still love my family, and I'm gonna be there. They could have called me even later, and I would still would have gotten up, and I would have still been there, and I would still did what I needed to do. Okay, so I digress from that. So that is basically everything in a nutshell of how day 3 went. Yeah, I really cannot think. Oh, one thing I will tell you on day 3, and I know this might be TMI again, and if you need to just jump, hop, skip over this, you can go ahead. But on day 3, I did have another BM. I did not in the morning. In the morning when I got up, I had a BM. It wasn't that much. It was still like a soft solid, and you know, it was fine. And that kind of took the heaviness a little bit off of my stomach. So I think that I am almost through with the BMs, but hey, maybe not, I'm not sure. So, but that night when I usually have a BM, I did not have a BM. But that's, I don't know if that's kind of, that to me, that's kind of like what is expected, right? Because if I'm not eating anything, then, and usually I have a BM right before I eat or right after I eat, and I'm not really eating much, I'm only expelling what I've already have in my colon or my intestines to, you know, just flush the rest of that stuff out. So that's really what I expected. And that is pretty much it about how day 3 went. I will say that it was really wonderful. It was really empowering. Now, I did talk about the mental state of it. Like, I was really able to do it mentally, physically, and emotionally. But I want to talk about the spiritual part. Now, your girl love her some Jesus. Like, I love Jesus. And like I said before, I have fast, and I do fast for religious reasons. But I will say on day 3, things got a little bit more spiritual for me. I just went a little bit deeper in, and that is always a plus. Now, I really wasn't expecting that, but you know, you kind of gotta expect it too at the same time, especially if you are fasting and praying, and you know, they just kind of go together. Even though I'm not doing it for a religious purpose, it has brought some type of spirituality to this fast, and that was amazing. Like, amazing. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, I am going to let you guys know what I have been doing after I complete this fast, but I haven't really planned that out fully. So once I figure out what I'm gonna do after this fast, meaning I need to figure out if I'm gonna go back into another fast, or if I'm gonna just continue with intermittent fasting, or if I'm gonna go into a raw diet, or I'm gonna go into keto. I haven't figured out none of this yet. I'm really just focused on this fast. But I do plan on letting you guys know about that. I also want to show you guys, now I did not do a good job at documenting my start weight and anything like that, but I do have one of my weigh-ins that I did, my last weigh-in. No, I'll figure it out. I document my weight on an app, so maybe I can pull it from the app and show you guys my last weigh-in, but I actually have pictures of the weigh-in prior to that. And maybe I add both of those, because I do plan on weighing myself at the end of this. I decided that I was not going to weigh myself every single day. I know some people do that to just see, you know, what their body is doing, and that is, you know, gonna be expected, that you are gonna go up and down even while you're fasting, guys. So yeah, that's gonna be expected. But I just decided that I was not going to get on the scale until the end of it, just because I really wanted to focus on doing a healthy fast. There is a way to do a healthy fast, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. Even though I jumped right into it without even planning, I still wanted to do a healthy fast. I do not want to do a fast that this sun, woo, it's starting to move. Now it's just killing this eye. Yeah. Because the sun I kind of shifted, but anyways, I'm sorry about that. But there is a way to do a healthy fast, and that's what I plan on doing. And for those that don't know, there is a way to do an unhealthy fast. If there's a way to do a healthy fast, then there's a way to do an unhealthy fast. So I wanted to make sure as much as possible that I can try to do a healthy fast for myself. I wanted to do a healthy fast for myself, and that's what I'm staying focused on right now, is to do a healthy fast. So that's why I haven't just weighed in or anything like that. Now, going back to day 3 in that fast, I wanted to let you guys know about the salt and the water and my electrolytes and all of that. So because I thought that I may need it on day 3, that I did drink a half a bottle, but I did not need it at all on day 3. When I say at all on day 3, I did not need anything on day 3. Day 3 was a good day for me. Like, everything was good for me, so I did not need anything besides water. But I didn't need anything inside of my water. I did go to Walmart to go see if I can find something to put into my water that I would like, and I found one thing, but it wasn't really that well. So I'm gonna order something, and maybe I'll put that on here later of what I plan on using in the future. So I didn't get anything while I was at Walmart, but yeah, I didn't need anything like that on day 3. So I just figured I would let you guys know about that. This seems like I'm just rambling along, but I hope this is very useful and helpful to everyone, and kind of give you an idea of what to do. Definitely, if you're deciding to go on a fast and you're deciding to do this fast for weight loss, I would say 3 things to keep in mind. 1, that you do a healthy fast, and figure out what that is. Have your stuff on deck and ready. 2, if you're gonna do this, get you the support or that you need, and or do not allow people to discourage you from doing this fast. And the 3rd thing I would say is just ease into it. I know I keep talking about how I just threw myself into this fast. I'm just doing this 7-day fast, and now I'm talking about I'm about to do even more, like I'm about to even do 10 days. But I'm not recommending that. I'm not recommending that at all. Ease into it, figure out your groove, figure out your momentum. There is a lot of things about doing a short fast that is very beneficial, even to your weight and your metabolic and everything. And then there's great and awesome things about doing an extended fast that is even better for your metabolic, your body, your mental state, everything, restoring your cells, and you can go into all of that. And if you guys have questions about that, you can hit me up. But there's so much information out there that you should find out before, and you should not be discouraged from doing this. Do not be fearful of doing this. Just do it. Some people need this. If you decide, hey, I'm gonna just do a 3-day fast, and then after that I'm not fasting anymore, and after that I'm just gonna be just working out and doing a simple eating clean diet, that's fine, because in 3 days of fasting is going to kick start your weight loss. It's going to kick start everything for you. It's going to like solidify things for you. So yeah, there you have it. I don't want to continue to ramble on. I just really wanted to give you guys how day 3 went for me. And you guys make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video and tell your uncles and cousins them about me. All right, love you guys. Toodles.